Hello and welcome to today's class. For this class, we look at how to possibly produce out this figure you are seeing at the right hand side of the screen using the concept of isometric projection. The very first task, when you hear the word isometric projection, is to draw out your isometric axis. I have this way. I'll pick a point per se. Let me pick this point here. I'll draw a vertical line upward this way, right? So when you're done drawing a vertical line upward, I'll draw an angle 30 degree to the right, as in this case. Also, another 30 degree to the left, as in this case. So I have this figure here. This refers to as isometric axis. My next task is to get the entire length, breadth, and height of that figure. So the entire length there is given as 75, right? So I have 75. Next up, entire width there is 40. So I have a 40. From here to here is 40, right? Entire height of that figure is given as the first height there is 20. So I'll add it up with the other height, which is what? 20, right? So my height there is actually 40. So measure 40 from here to here is 40. So with these figures here, I'll try to roll out that thing you're seeing there. So put out a box with this. So I have this one upward first. Take this one upward. So I'll take this way. Connect this way. Right. I'll take it this way around. I'll link it up to this line here. Similarly, I'll extend this line inward here. Right. So I'll fill it up. So this is what we have. So it's from this box. That diagram you're seeing is got form. So how do you mask out the diagram? Let's start with drawing a diagram now. So my task is quite simple, right? The task here is quite simple. I'll perhaps thicken some parts. Observe that from here to here thicken. So here to here, I'll thicken it. It's thicken. So I have a thicken. Next up, from here to here to thicken, I'll thicken this part, right? By the way, I'll measure a 20 upward. 20 upward, so here to here is 20, and I'm taking the 20 this way. As you can see, when you are done with this 20, I'll take it this way around, connect this to this first. Similarly, I'll connect this way to this line here. So I have what you're seeing in front of you. So I will not close this part up because there are some concepts here, right? So first things first, before I got those concepts, I will take my meter rule and measure 20 inward. As you can see my arrow indicating, right? So take this point here, this inward line, I'll take it in with a faint line this way. So this is the boundary of that 20 I just draw now, right? So my task is quite simple. I'll take my meter rule, measure 5 downward. This is 5. I'll come here to measure 5 here upward. So I have this. So this is 5, right? So such that I will take my t square to the first point 5, this one here, right? I will link it up to the center line. Similarly, the second one here, link it up to the center line here. So I have this. So such that I will close them up this way, close it up this way, I'll close it up this way. So I have this, right? So I will extend this point to that 20 I drew. So this to this, right? So this one here to this, such that I'll close this part upward, close it up. So I have this. Similarly, I will come to this point, close that 5, upward 5, and close the downward 5. So I have this, right, as you can see in front of you. Next up, my next task from here is quite an easy task. The task now is that I'll observe closely, please. Observe closely, right? So before I proceed to the back, let's finish up this. So I'll take this one to this, touch this way. So we are done with the front aspect. Let's move to the back aspect here. So my first task now is I'll take this one in the faint line inward first, and I'll measure out a 10. So here to here is 10, a 10, right? Here to here is 10. I'm taking it first, taking a 10. I'm done with this. I'll come to that point 10. I'll take my stuff upward this way, right? So the height there is 20. So it means that from here to here should be 20. So accurate. So I have 20 here. So I'll take in here to here as being my first 20, right? So I have this. Observe. So the task now is that I want to produce out a square. So I'll take this one in this way and measure 20 again. So here to here 20, right? Next up, I'll take my arrow this way. I'll take it in this way. Measure 30. So measure 30. Here to here is 30. It's not a square, please. It's 30. So this becomes what I have. Observe. I'll close this part to this. Right. Next up, I'll close here to this. Right. Next up, I'll try to take this part upward. So take this section here, upward a faint line. Similarly, I'll come to this part here, take it up with a faint line. I'll also measure 20. So here to here is 20. Of course, accurate is 20. Right. I'll try to close them up. I'll close this part to this up first, this way. Right. By the way, I'll close this one here to up this way. Then I'll close these two parts here up. Right. Of course, we're almost there. Observe that this part has produced itself for us. So I'll just close it with a thick line. I'll close this part to this with a thick line, and I'll also close this part here with a thick line. So I have what you're seeing in front of you. My next procedure here is that I will take this to this accurate. Becomes an accurate drawing. Observe, everything is just aligning. So I have this, as you can see. Next up, the task is quite simple. There's another there's a rectangle inside this rectangle here, which is easy to get. The task is that I'll measure 5 in here, come here, measure another 5 in here, right? Similarly, I'll measure 5 in here, another 5 in here, as you can see. So with these 5s here, I'll get out what I'm saying. So take this one, take this first 5 in this way, right? Take the other 5 too, this one in this way. When you are done, take this 5 here in this way, other 5 here in this way. So observe that that rectangle, it has produced itself out. How? Observe this, taking this part to this, right? I will take in this part here to this. I'll take this part to this, and finally I'll close this part up. So I have this. Close them up this way. So I have this. By the way, next up, my next task is to come down to this point here, right? Of course, God. So I have this, take this one down this way. So I have it, so it becomes what you're seeing at the right hand side of screen using the concept of isometric projection. If you found this class helpful, do well to like, hit the subscribe button, subscribe to the channel. So welcome to XY's Link Academy. Before we go, there's one last thing we have not done. So I'll take this one in to this part. So we have successfully drawn the figure. See you in our next class.